Let me check my volume here. Guys, come on in. I want to make sure my volume and everything is working. Now, when you come in, do me a favor, hit that like button, as well as send me a 1 if you guys can hear me just fine. I'm in a hotel lobby right now, and I'm trying not to be too loud. Come on in. Let me check my phone too. I'm using StreamYard today, which I never ever use, guys. Grab your coffee and let's have a conversation. I'm coming to you guys from Dallas, Texas today, man. Casual Economist is in the house. Ashton is in the house. Hi, guys. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. Professor Black Ops is in the house as well. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm going to get right into it because today's going to be a relatively short show today because, guys, I'm on the road in Dallas right now. We're making our way up to Madison, Wisconsin, and it's going to take us some days to be able to do so because we're making stops. We're making stops along the way to check out the patrons, right? The Black Heights community, and any place that we can stop along the way to see somebody. We're actually doing that. So our first stop that we did was in Houston. Believe it or not, we left Austin on Wednesday, and we drove from Austin to Houston. And believe it or not, that is out the way, if you were to get to Madison, Wisconsin. But since we have a good amount of patrons that are in Houston, 5 of us, I said, you know what, Ms. Wade, let's just go to Houston and let's go and enjoy the family down there. So we got a VRBO, planned dinner at a lovely steakhouse, Vic and Anthony's, and invited the ladder climbers to come out and us, right? Let me tell you like this, guys. Fantastic event. I will say this. I just lost my power cord. When I set up this company years ago, you start to envision what you want it to be, right? And you start to see that it's almost like a fraternity in a way, related to people just getting the bag and people who know people and networking and people who are in tech and can help with whatever it is that you're looking for, right? Trying to get the next group, next generation into tech and to move up into ladder climb and so forth, right? That night when we had dinner and it all came together, right, it really just showed that we're on our way. So guys, if you're not a Patreon member, go ahead and become a Patreon member. It doesn't matter which membership you subscribe to, but you still have access to us and a good group of people that are doing things. And let me just tell you like this, man, the people who showed up that night, I was impressed. A lot of them I have never met before personally in a physical environment, but I got an opportunity to meet them in a physical environment over dinner, drinking some wine, eating some really good steak and so forth. And we just had a blast. In today's podcast or today's show is just to do a recap on that, to give you guys some Q&A for you guys to ask any questions that you may have, as well as just to talk about, your network, guys. It's important. It's very important for you to treat your network well. And when I say network, I mean the people that you associate yourself with. A lot of the times, being in tech, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, right? And in order for you to get to certain positions in life, whether you are going to entrepreneurship journey or you're going to ladder climb, you're going to have to know certain people that's going to be able to help you elevate to certain levels within your career, within your business journey, and so forth. And when you are with these people, you want to make sure that you're treating them well. A lot of people look at it, people who just want to connect with people as vampires. Well, you have to give something back. In a way, how I go about giving something back all the time is by investing. I invest a lot into people. That's the reason why we had the Houston meetup. Everybody was there. I invest in somehow, right? Whether I invest in talking to them on a weekend and having conversations about their real estate journey. My brother Jasper, right? He is constantly getting better every single day, investing in his real estate journey. And I was the one that actually helped him do it. Now he's buying 4 buildings or 4 for multi-units or for 4-unit multifamily buildings, right? Close to 5 buildings since him and I started to talk, right? Investing in him. He's a Patreon member now. You have people like Jordan who just booked me one time for a coaching session. And since that one coaching session, I revamped his resume. Constantly stayed on the phone with him once a month, right? Just to check in on him, to make sure that he's applying for those certain positions and so forth, right? Invited him to dinner, even though he wasn't a Patreon member, and broke bread with him. And guys, that's what you call investing into people. And all at the end of the day, it's going to always come back to you guys. It's always going to come back into you. I think about, getting a chance to meet PBO. PBO and I met via YouTube, right? And this is another thing about YouTube and having a platform is you will get an opportunity to meet some of the best people out there that exist, right? PBO, blind guy, his wife, their life. Any point in time these guys want to call me, I'm there for them. Anytime I wanted to call them, they're there for me. I can call PBO and say, hey, I'm going to be in Minneapolis on my way up there. Let's have some dinner. I'm sure he's going to make some time. Blind guy, his wife, their life. Corey Laquita, they can call me at any point in time. Doesn't matter what time of the night it is. I am actually there. So that's the thing, guys. You want to invest in people and you want to take care of people. And it's not about, it's not about what they can do for you. It's what you can do for them. Right. That's what I want a lot of people to, realize. It's not about what you can do for them. It's not about what they can do for you. Is what you can do for them. I know people, a lot of people, and I can connect, Jordan to PBO. I can connect Eddie to PBO. Matter of fact, Eddie said he reached out to PBO. Right. The connections are there, and the only reason that those connections can happen is if you really have a strong network, and people will actually vouch for you and validate you as well too. So here's the thing, right? We had 5 people at dinner, including me. It was 6. We had a good time. You want to hear what people have going on. You want to give everybody an opportunity to talk. You want those guys to network amongst themselves because they're all in Houston. These guys have never met each other before. They've never met each other before. But now, after having a networking event like that, they have other people in Houston that can actually vouch for them, right? They have other people in Houston that can actually vouch for them. We did cigars that night too, guys. So after steak, let me just tell you the entire story, right? We did a nice steak dinner, good 2.5 hours, nice little bill, real nice bill. And when you're around people who are very on your same wavelength, you get a lot of attention. We're sitting in the middle of one of the best steakhouses in Houston. And of course, it's a group of, 6 black men. And these black men are, good sized men like myself, right? And put together men, right? All of us are in nice little suit jackets and so forth. And it was a good time, right? So, everybody's looking like, who are these guys, right? It was a whole bunch of boss energy going on around there, right? And, one of the things that I don't do a lot of the times, I don't take pictures and stuff like that. So, that's one thing that I probably wish that somebody would have done more of. But when you're living in the moment, you don't enjoy taking the pictures because you like to really be in the moment, right? So I was telling my wife that the next time we do something like that, I'm going to have her at another table and have her recording the document, or I'm going to either hire some videographer or something like that. But so we finished up dinner. Then we went to a private cigar lounge. The private cigar lounge is called Our Legends, and it's private. Believe me or not, you can't just show up there and expect to get in because it's members only. So I called the group ahead of time, the venue, and said, hey, I'm going to be coming there with a group of 6 guys, and we're going to kick it or whatever it is, and anybody special in there. And they said like the mayor of Houston was actually in there. So it's like, okay, Mr. Waiter, you come here, you spend X amount of dollars with us. We'll let you guys in, have a good time. So we got there at the dinner at about 11 o'clock. They closed at 12. Well, they kept the place open to us till 2 o'clock in the morning. I left at 1. But Travis, Jordan, and Jasper, and Eddie, all those guys stayed until about 2 o'clock in the morning and just chopping it up. Right, I had to get up the next morning at 6 o'clock, but it was a good time. And when I left there to close out the bill, the bar manager said, Mr. Wade, hey, the next time you're in town, membership's on me, right? Membership's a $75 fee, right? But when you take care of people and you're well respected in the communities that you're in, people are going to take care of you. So that's why I want you guys to really take from this message today is you really want to take care of the people that are in your network. And it's not about you getting something from them. It's really about you doing for them. That's how I look at it, guys. I look at it this way. I take care of the people that are in my network. You call me, Antoine's going to be there. If I can help, I'm going to help. And that's what it's about, guys. And ultimately, when you need something, year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, these people are going to be like, hey, you know what? Like, man, Antoine has always been there for me. Black Heights has always been there for me. And they're always going to have your back. Same way in the corporate world as well, too. Hey, Joe. Well, Joe's one of my managers, and he's always, been really good with me, always been good by me. What can I help you with, Joe? Can I mentor somebody for you? Yada, yada, yada. At any point in time, I call Joe up. He's going to answer the phone, and he's going to say, Antoine, here's another position that I want you to look into. You thinking about going overseas again? I know that. Okay, well, let's get you into that position. Let me talk to somebody about this position for you. Yada, yada, yada. So, guys, make sure you take care of the people that are in your network. It's very, very important, guys. It's very important. Let me do this. I want you guys to do this because I want this not just to be, about me talking about the whole network and the Houston event. I want you guys to ask questions as well, too. I'm going to leave it open for Q&A as well, too. But here's the thing. I'm going to make it a short show this morning. It's not going to be very long at all. In the lobby, you guys probably hear a whole bunch of people talking, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys some meat this morning and so forth, right? Let's go over here. Let's see. We got PBO in the house. We got Ashton, Casual Economist, is in the house. He's always working, getting it done. Blind Guy, his wife, their life, is in the house as well, too. And hey, let me tell you this, guys. Let me tell you this. Blind Guy's wife, their life, we met via YouTube as well, too, right? And when you meet people, when you have a YouTube platform, you are going to get an opportunity to meet a wonderful group of people. A wonderful group of people. Blind Guy, his wife, their life, Corey and Laquita, right? Met on YouTube. I can pick up the phone at any point in time, call Corey. And you know what? He can give me advice about soft skills, coaching, partnerships, all that stuff, right? I can pick up PBO, call the phone and hit PBO up and, hey, you know what? Like, I got a cybersecurity problem, or I got somebody who I need your help with. Can you, loan a hand to kind of mentor them and provide your guidance, PBO? He's going to pick up the phone, right? YouTube Streets is going to give you a huge opportunity to build your network, but it's up to you. Networking is a verb. It's an action. How do you guys, like, how is it that you're going about building your network? You can't be on your own, a person that is a lone wolf, because that's not going to get you anywhere, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur one day. I spend a lot of time, guys, on other people's channels, donating. I spend a lot of times on, going to social events in the areas that I go to, me and my wife and the kids, right? Whether it's to the vineyards, right? Boat club, yada, yada, yada. We spend a lot of times in the street donating, doing stuff for other people. And in return, we have access to just about, the keys to the city for the most part, right? Being able to go to a private cigar lounge for the first time and, saying, the bar manager and he's a partner in the cigar lounge, saying to me, Mr. Antoine, your membership is on me. When the next time you're in town, yada, 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 it's going to shoot you the email. I got the email, and I can fill out the application whenever I need to, and so forth. That means you have, people know you. That means people know you, and you have stake into that actual city, and it makes things that much better for you. So let's do this. Let me do this real quick. I'm on tangents. My brain is all over the place. Benny is in the house. I appreciate you, Ben. Ben is a Patreon member of ours as well, too. And Ben is doing some wonderful things, man, doing some fantastic things. Ashton, I appreciate the $10 super chat as well, too, brother. It's about who knows you. Yes, it is about who knows you. Yes, that's right. And who can vouch for you guys? Who can absolutely vouch for you? And, a lot of these, let me see if I can get to these comments over here and put these super chats on here. Ashton says it's about who knows you. It's true. It's true. You can know a whole bunch of people. But really, do those people know you? Right? And YouTube, that's another thing. A lot of people visit people's YouTube channels and donate and so forth. right? But you know them, but can you pick up the phone and call them? And if you were to pick up the phone, are they going to, pick up the phone for you, right? It's about who knows you. So when you invest in people, when you really invest in people, eventually it turns into a relationship to where they really do know you. And ultimately, they're going to pick up the phone for you, right? Prime example, Brother Rob is a Patreon member of ours too, and he's Master I.T. He's never met O'Shea Duke Jackson before, and O'Shea is my boy. Matter of fact, we talked yesterday on the phone. And, Master I.T is doing some IT certification stuff. I made one phone call. He's on the phone doing a podcast with Brother O'Shea. Same day. It happened literally like within 24 hours. Those are the kind of things that, knowing people and who knows you and how you can get stuff done. Ultimately, it's a time saver. It's absolutely a time saver. One thing I realize is that I don't like to stay in lines, right? So I build a social capital. I build a network of people where I can just really shortcut a lot of things, right? To where I don't have to stay in line. I can go through the side door, and people are going to open that door and say, Mr. Wade is here, and so forth. And ultimately, what it turns into is me getting the things that I want in life because I am able to give back. Wine events and so forth. Go to a wine event. Bring, Brother Ben to spend some time with my family. Ben, are you back from Nigeria, by the way? You got to let us know if you're back from Nigeria, brother. When I'm back in Austin, we're going to have to hang out again. And I'm going to have to connect you with Damien and so forth, because Damien's a dope dude. But I like to shortcut things. I like the shortcut if I don't have to spend a lot of time doing things, and I know somebody who can get me into, a certain place. What's the point in staying in line? I don't like that. Oh, 1 second, guys. I just lost my camera. Shouldn't have been hitting the... I just hit the wrong button just now. So give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can get my camera back. You know how this stuff goes. Technology issues. All right. Okay. All right. Let me just keep rocking. Let me keep rocking for a second. Let's see if my camera's going to come back ultimately. Okay. Bell LLC is back. He says good content. I appreciate you, Bell LLC. Thank you so much. Does PBO do consultations? Yes, PBO does consultations. Reach out to him. He's in here. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. So the question was, does PBO do consultations? PBO does do consultations. He does consultations for big-time companies. He's a cybersecurity professional. You're going to have to reach out to him to determine if he does the consultations that you're looking for. So shoot him an email. I'm sure you can just go to his channel. He has his information on his channel, and he'll be able to give you information about, what kind of consultation he does and how much he charges and so forth. I appreciate you though. No Limit. Just purchased the book, Never Eat Alone. It's true. It's a great, great book. I've never read that book before, No Limit, but let me tell you this, man. What I know about that book, you can't go about being a lone wolf. You're never ever going to get anywhere in life you're going about being a lone wolf, guys. So get out there, get active. It's in the streets. It's whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on podcasts. You leverage the technology that exists today in order for you to build a strong network. Ben Eag is in the house. That's my brother right there. Another ladder climber. No Limit. No, and I appreciate that super chat too, Ben, by the way. And No Limit. I appreciate your super chat as well too. Hey, I was wondering, do you contact Chris from Jumpstart? No, Chris and I have not got together yet. No Limit, but he's on my agenda. I have my wife has a note in her on her calendar to make sure that I reach out to Chris. And what I want to do is I'm going to reach out to Chris exactly when I have time, when I'm in a stable environment, so I can actually, we can conduct the interview and so forth. And that's not going to be until the week after next, right before Christmas. I'll be reaching out to him. I'll reach out to him before to schedule something. Hopefully we can get something scheduled right before Christmas or either after. PBO says, Bella, to see we can always chat. Oh, he's already doing it right there. Already doing it. Back at the grind, he says. I appreciate you, Ben. Blind Guy's wife says this: for the fruits and vegetables at the next steak dinner, I only heard wine, steak, and cigars mentioned. We did have some asparagus. We had some asparagus. We had some potatoes. We had some cheesecake with blueberries on it, so that counts for the fruits for sure. And we had some strawberries on top of the cheesecake as well. I didn't do the sweets, but the guys wanted it, so we got it, right? So we got it for sure. Noah's in the house as well too. Another lot of climber of ours, a Patreon member, guys, and check Noah out as well too, man. Noah's getting his stuff done, busy guy. And here's what I realize is that when you have a group of people that are in the tech space and getting it, guys, everybody's busy. They don't have a lot of time to share with you. So when they spend time with you, it has to be about quality stuff. And if you're talking about stuff that don't matter a lot of the times, they're not going to be willing to invest that time into you, right? So make sure that when you're investing into people, guys, you give them quality time, and you really are intentional about doing that investment and making that investment into other people as well too. BLOC. Thank you so much for the super chat as well too, brother. Ben says, definitely, I can't wait to meet the other brothers and sisters in the network. Yes, it's going to be a good time, Ben. I hope your trip, and I got to see the shrine that your grandma has of you too in Nigeria. I'm sure you took some pictures of that, brother. Definitely want to see that, because I remember you talking about that night when we had the little concert that we were at. So, guys, what questions do you have? If there's not a lot of questions, guess what I'm doing today? I'm in Dallas. We have two Patreon members that are here. We're doing a brunch today. And I have Brandy, who's the only woman Black Heights ladder climber that we have, bringing her entire family to meet my family and to have brunch. So she's bringing her husband, John. She's bringing her son, John Jr. as well too. And, we're going to get a chance to meet Miss Wade, Ariane, and Aegis. And we're going to do brunch today, guys, at 11 o'clock. So if you guys don't have a lot of questions, I'm going to just make sure that I'll leave you guys with that meet. Just make sure that you continuously to invest in people. It's not about what you can get from out of them. It's about what you can do for them, right? It's not about, who you know. It's about who knows you. Who's willing to say, I know this guy and I'm willing to do this guy a favor because I know Antoine. Who's willing to go out the extra mile to make sure that they're taking care of people when you send people their way, and they're going to do it on your behalf, right? So make sure that, guys, you really are investing in the people. Make sure that it's who knows you, and the only way that people are going to know you guys is by you investing into people. That's it. And who you know allows you to know a lot of things, right? Who you know is about what you know, and what you know is about who you know as well too. So make sure you're doing that investment and you're out there in the streets and being active, right? And don't just keep it to YouTube. Be out there. Go to social events, right? Join group clubs, join patrons. Doesn't have to be mine. It could be Anton Daniels, it could be O'Shea's, it could be Blind Guys Who Have Their Lives, it could be PPO's Patreon. Join their groups. Ultimately, we're all in the same circles as well, right? We can all send people and recommend people across the board, or whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on, other environments as well too, right? In the different cities that you're in, right? If you're ever in Austin, come look me up. Shoot me a message, say, Antoine, let's have some drinks, right? Let's do that, and so forth, guys. So hope you guys have a good rest of your morning and good rest of your weekend as well too. And thank you guys so much for all your support on this channel and so forth. And guys, like I said, we're on the road today. Shows are going to be short. Videos are going to be interesting because I didn't bring my studio with me this time. Just a mic, a nice little webcam, and that's all we're rocking with for the next month and a half, guys. All right. Well, this was a short show, like I mentioned. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and until next time, y'all. Peace.